Okay, folks, I got a pretty good video for you here. Let's take a look right here. I was just looking at what all you got to choose from when it comes down to people deciphering these Monster Energy drinks. Brother, I'm telling you what, this is pitiful. This is class act weekend warrior YouTube stuff. Let's see here. Of course, a lot of it's ridiculous stuff there, but I was wanting to get into the deciphering the codes and stuff. Look at here. Monster Energy drink is of the devil. There she says, having a chat with the Monster Energy drink lady. And it's just really ridiculous, some of the stuff that they say. Let's see here. I was wanting to get down to the truth behind the Monster Energy drinks. It's of the devil. I mean, some of the stuff that these cats say, why, I hate the Monster Energy. You know, and, yeah, he's getting sick off of it. And there's the health risk, but there's a lot of people that tries to decipher this 666 stuff on it, too. I guess I might have started out at the wrong spot. One second here. Yeah, you kind of had two different places you could go to, but here you got another one there. It's sweet, sweet, sweets. The secret meaning beside the F-sauce. What in the world is the F-sauce, folks? Oh, brother. Secret messages. Oh, look at this right here. A Monster Energy drink, the work of Satan. Let me show you what these people are basically saying. Hang on. Here's basically what these people are saying. You turn this thing upside down and see it's a six if you turn it upside down. Oh, buddy. Folks, I tell you, I don't know. If I couldn't do no better than that, I wouldn't even get on YouTube. Oh, buddy. Well, listen, I'm going to do a real good video on this and on the coat of arms of the royalty and you know, kind of who's behind these Monster Energy drinks and stuff. And, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be some stuff you've never heard, and it's definitely not going to be like this. Okay. Now, you know who I'm going to end up blaming on this stuff right here. And, I mean, that's natural for me, isn't it, folks? The Scales of the Tribe of Dan, and this is the bunch that's making this stuff. Now, the big plant is out in Corona, California. I've been right out from the mattress plant, but I've never been to the Monster Energy plant. It's a huge plant. They actually got their own trucks. About a half-mile long. It's in Corona, in the Bay Cities, right outside Los Angeles, not actually in it. And pay attention to the scales and the judges and justice and all that stuff, and also pay attention to this little Hebrew sign right here that it's 6. And the other one's a little bit more well-defined, but yeah, it's all Hebrew. Just pay attention to that, and we'll go from there. Now, when I make reference to Libra, folks, you know what I'm making reference to because they make reference to it a lot through their heritage, and as you can see right here, here's the scales of Libra. And so there's some things like gold elements and stuff like that I'll make reference to, okay? So you know what I'm doing. Okay, now, you're going to hear this from those people, but I'm going to go on ahead and say it anyway so you know it. Those 3 green marks are not scratch marks from a monster. They're ancient Hebrew for 666 is what it is. And I'll show you that. Just so you know, there it is. There's the 6. And that's what it's ancient Hebrew, you know, in the Allah there. And you're going to see that in those other videos. I'm just making mention to it so you know, if you've never seen one of these videos before. But they don't get much further past what we just did here in turning it upside down. It's really pathetic. But anyway. Now, the only other thing I'm going to make mention to on the standard Monster Energy drink right here, I'm going to make mention to this cross right here. And you're going to say, well, Jerry, you know, we see that cross, and we know that would be satanic and everything else. But I wonder if you look at it in the same light that I do, and I'm going to show you why. You see right here where you got a drape to that cross? Well, to me, that puts a little bit more of a spice of blasphemy on it, so hold on. They intended that to be Jesus' cloak, folks, draped across there where he got crucified. And to me, that makes that 10 times more blasphemous. Okay? That's probably not a real good example, but I'm just simply giving you a basic example. But that's what they mean by that, okay? Now, I don't like the Mr. Simpleton version of these videos. I like the fun ones. This is the fun one, folks. This is the one that they hope that you'd forgot by now. Hang on. Okay, they hope that you had forgot this one by now. I think I had you upside down. I don't know. I didn't want to do that. This thing's awful easy to do that. But this is the fun one, and this is the one they wanted you to forget, is the Uber Monster. Don't know if you guys remember that or not. And anyway, let's get started on it here, and we're going to decipher the codes, folks, and see what's going on with this thing, okay? And no, it's not turning this upside down, or 666. No, it's not that. Okay, first, you do have that in ancient Hebrew, that is 666. That is true. All right, let's go down to the Uber. And in Uber, right here, the first thing that we need to notice to really be the type of person to decipher one of these esoteric meaning type cans that they put their sigil magic on, this U is a capital U, and it also has the umlaut on it, which is the 2 dots on top of it, which tells me that it's Germanic. Okay? Now the umlaut makes that a UE instead of a U, is what it does basically, and a meaning of a UE. Okay? So that UE means to unite the earth. That's what it means. The U within itself. Now I'm not talking about the 2 dots. The 2 dots is to unite the earth under the umlaut. But the U, the capital U within itself, is the justice is our foundation. So see already, the scales of the tribe of Dan, it already reveals that, okay? So we got 2 meanings just out of that U. Now Ber, the B-E-R, that's Alemannic German for the bear, okay? The Vidsin for the bear, B-E-R. So we are uniting the earth under the justice of foundation under the bear. Now, most people would miss this, but you know how I am. I'm technical about everything, folks. Do you see this slit that goes through the O right here? That automatically is a dead giveaway to me right there. That is the Phi sign right there for Greek. And that Phi sign in the monster energy means the divinely animated entity. So there's a divinely animated entity involved in this, under the Phi. You know, Phi like Phi Beta Kappa or whatever, you know, it would be like the fraternity groups that you're talking about in college or whatever, but Phi is divinely animated entity. And the gold is representative of the Libra zodiac. So that's another giveaway. Okay? Now, let's go up here real quick before we go to the bottom. And on these leaves right here, folks, that you see, those are the Laurus Nobilis, or the leaves of triumph, that you have like at the old ancient Holy Roman Empire. Okay? That's what those are. And it's a victory accolade is basically what it is, in nobility. And so, then, after you have that, you have the crown right here of the ancient Norwegian Viking kings. And it's easy to see that that is a old crown, folks, because it doesn't have a form it comes to the top of it that has a cross at the top like a modern day crown. It would be like a 12th century or 13th century crown. That's what it would be. And if we zoom in a little bit more of it, you know, I tell you these nobilities from the pharaohs. So here you got the fleur de lis, or the lotus of the Nile, symbolic of Isis, Horus, and Seth, the concept of three. The fleur de lis, you know, like it's on the New Orleans Saints football helmet. It's got that on it as well. Then you got the concept of four right here. That concept of four would be for the base of the pyramid. The concept of three right there would be for the sides of the pyramid. Told you they're from the pharaohs, folks. And this oval you have right here would be, we control our genetics, we control the womb. That's what that means. Okay, now, let's take it back down again. And let's go to the bottom here. Try to get that out of the way. And if you notice down here at the bottom, it says that it is bioactivated. Okay? Now, how many of you know, and probably little few you know, that it completely changes this word to another language the minute you put that hyphen between bio and activated? That is no longer English. I'm telling you the truth, folks. It has a variant right there that could either be ancient Greek or ancient Latin, which runs parallel to one another. But the meaning between the bioactivated that you're getting and what it actually is because of this hyphen here actually has no correlation of meaning whatsoever with one another. I'm being honest with you guys. That's how that works out. And see, that's the great deception of the secret societies that you may not know. Now, bio, of course, would normally be life. But where you have that hyphenated there, it would change it to a Strong's Greek, and it would have a more deeper meaning to the rise of a divine entity to the realm of life. Guess what that would mean? The A right here would be for the alpha, or the beginning. Okay? That's what it would be. And let's see here. I believe I wrote down the CTI. It would be A, CTI, VAT, ED, activated. So the A for the alpha, right there, the beginning of a divine entity. The CTI will be for the greatness of Greece is reflected, the CTI. The VAT would be the damned, or the condemned. Okay? That's what that would be. And the ED, I hate to tell you this, but it's servicing the disabled or the ignorant or the stupid commoners. That's what that means, guys. So it's the beginning of a divine entity with the greatness of Greece that's reflected, of the entity that's damned or accursed, like the beast, that is serving the disabled, the ignorant, and the stupid commoners. You can't make it up, guys. This Uber's a blood lineage too, folks. This is a blood lineage that goes in with the Saxe-Coburg-Golgotha bloodline of Queen Elizabeth. They're not really Windsor. That's a fake name. It's Germanic. And how many of you know that the Hansen family of Germany is the one that actually owned the import, licensing and distributing to this before it all went over to California? It was the Hansen Brewery Company, and you can take a look at that, Hansen. Of course, there's different variances of it in Germanic language, and Alemannic German and Swiss German. There's different variances of the Hansen. So, but that's what it is, and it's just a direct blood lineage to them, is what it is. And so, you know, when you're driving around for Uber services, which is who owns this is the Queen, you would actually be driving for the unity of the earth under the beast of the bear. You can't make it up, folks. Can't make it up. But anyway, let's move on. I had covered this before, folks, but I didn't really cover it all that thorough. I'll go through a few things this time, just for fun, okay? If you notice, if you cut off right here on both sides, you've actually got the altars of Baal, the fire god, on both sides of this. And this is a Spartanic hat, folks. It's a Spartanic helmet, I mean. And like I tried to tell you, they were the warring Vikings, the tribe of Dan were. And then they become the Trojan warriors, yeah, on land and Greece. So Troy, and that's where they resided. Just ruthless chariot warriors is what they were. And this is a gigantic pillar of the spear thrower owl. This is representative of war, and this is representative of photosynthesis. And I know what all that's about. It's a kind of a tower thing, but I ain't going to say much about it right now. You probably wouldn't understand it if I did tell you. Not unless you follow me awful close. But anyway, hang on. So you see right there, folks, I would be your bell fire god. There you would have the snout, of the bull, and you'd have the outstretched arms for the child that rose down into the fire in the middle of the bull, and telling you the truth, and then the foundation. So the snout, the hands, and the foundation, So you can kind of envision that encrypted right here. If you cut the snout off about right here, there's the snout, there's the hands out, and there's the foundation. And you'd have one on both sides. Concept of 3 right there for the Viking King helmet right there. Isis, Horus, and Seth, and there's 3 pyramids encrypted in it, as you can see. Now, rain, that's a big word for the judges of the tribe of Dan. Reign of the judges. And do we have something to prove that? Of course. There you go, folks. They run Hollywood. See? The Spartans of Reign of the Judges. Yep. And it's a Spartan, so you can't make it up. Now, I'm not going to go through every bit of this in the back because it's going to take too long. But this 300 milligrams of caffeine, this is no accident. This is actually glorifying something. You want me to show you what it's glorifying? The famous 300 battle that they love, folks. There it is. They control Hollywood. Done told you. You think that's just a V. But how many do you know that they're the Knights Templars now and they love their V's, okay? They love their V's, whether they're upside or down on the other end. That V, they love it. Now, to you it stands for vitamin, but to them, from an esoteric standpoint, this is what it stands for.